Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Appreciate all your support. Hope you're having a fantastic day as always. Shout out to the 19. That is all of you, by the way, for those who wonder what it is. Let me talk a little bit about Lisa Leslie. She's weighed in on some comments with regard to Caitlin Clark that I think were worthy of discussing in the hopes that this sort of moves things in another direction. There's safety in numbers, right? So we get more people like Lisa Leslie talking like this. Maybe that builds a little momentum and we change the narrative on Caitlin Clark going into her sophomore season. WNBA's bright future, Lisa Leslie credits Caitlin Clark for league's growth, touts her amazing impact. How many people do you know connected with the WNBA and the way Lisa Leslie is in being that big name talks like this? Can you count them maybe on one hand? That sounds sounds about right to me. Let's dig into this a little bit. Let me just say, just at least obviously I'm quoting right now. Let me just say Caitlin Clark has had an amazing impact on the WNBA, the three-time league MVP. Her ability to come out and play, especially after a college season, and then to come into the WNBA and just really have the effect that she did, it was really outstanding. I was so proud of Caitlin. She went on to talk about some other stuff. So when you talk about Caitlin in her sophomore year, she's more seasoned. She's had time to rest, right? We know last year she went right from the basically from the NCAA final to her rookie training camp, and then I think was second in the league in minutes played, I think, or at least second in points in minutes per game. She's had time to really regroup and see exactly where she wants to go. I don't want to put too much pressure. I think the Indiana Fever, as far as on paper, looks amazing. Now they've got to put it all together. And yeah, that's the trick because there are great teams and favorites going into seasons in all sports, and then it doesn't go so well. But there's just a few more things I want to talk about because I want to comment on some of the things that she says here. She talks about obviously Caitlin's ability to draw massive fan interest, the sellouts in the games, and things like that. And then this I thought was really interesting. Now she says, have some advice for Angel Reese. Now, I think that headline is kind of to get your attention. I don't think this is really specific to Angel Reese, what Lisa said, but it's specific to all the players who are acting like Angel Reese. Okay. She talks about, hey, stop it. Stop complaining about Caitlin Clark and the success that she has and the ratings, because Lisa talks about when Caitlin's getting that positive attention, the league is getting that positive attention. As Lisa says, I think we have to understand that when one player eats, we're all eating and we all get more opportunities. It just opens it up for everyone else. I love that she's not the player that makes it all about her. She's given love and homage to the players that have come before her. She shares the wealth with her teammates, and she doesn't have to do that. So, a couple of things right here. I think this is so important, and Caitlin Clark's low key about that. But players on her team have gotten opportunities with endorsements and things like that. They're much more well known. Uh, so they get a lot of that stuff because of Caitlin Clark, as do other players in the league. We talked about last year with the games against Dallas and how many fans players like Enrique got because of people tuning in to watch Caitlin Clark, and they're like, "Who's this other player? Who's this other player? I'm a fan now." And I don't think a lot of them understand that. In fact, and I don't have it handy, but I saw some yesterday. Somebody sent me this person that went on this like unhinged rant about how people are actually insulting the rest of the league and the rest of the players when they talk about ratings in Caitlin Clark games and all that stuff. And yeah, these people are nuts. Okay, let me just let me just say that these people are absolutely nuts. Um, but I want to play a little bit of this clip, I think about a minute and a half, and talk about some of the things that Lisa Leslie says here, comment on them, because I think they're really important.
I think it's all about money, marketing, and we cannot deny what Caitlin Clark has done for the women's game. I'm not going to act like it's something that we don't see. She's had a huge effect. Call it the Caitlin Clark effect. Yes, have we ever had teams have to get into larger arenas to play against a team? No, we have not. So if we have more eyeballs on the game and Caitlin Clark brings that, why would we feel some kind of way because she has more television games? I think we have to understand that when one player eats, we all eat. And as we all get more opportunities, it just opens it up for everyone else. And I think Caitlin has said that even herself in certain interviews. And I love that. I love that she's not the player who's like, it's all about her. It's not. She's giving love and homage to those of us that have come before her. She shares the wealth with her teammates, and she doesn't have to do that. So I just don't, again, I don't know what the big deal is about the fact that Caitlyn is getting a lot of love. She deserves that, and she's helped change this game just as a lot of other players have. But it is what it is, and I think that we are all benefiting from the effects that she's had on the game. And I just appreciate the way she shows up. Listen, she's a competitor. She's a trash talker. She makes players around her better. She's exciting to watch. And quite frankly, I've missed seeing her. Being at Unrivaled, I wish that she was there. Like, I've missed seeing her play. So I really look forward to seeing her back out there.
All right, so some of this in this particular video is a little old, but I wanted to talk about it again because I think it's really, really important. Um, Caitlyn just being Caitlyn does so much more for the WNBA than Paige Becker's speeches, right? I think in an interview the other day, she gave basically a rehash of her 2021 SB speech, which does nothing. It makes Paige feel better about herself, Let me pat myself on the back, give myself a one-hand golf clap, but it doesn't do anything for anyone. Whereas Caitlyn, and here's the key, and I think Leslie used the word opportunity, okay? The players in the WNBA have never had an opportunity like this before. Never. And thanks to Caitlin Clark, they are getting the opportunity. What's the opportunity? To grow the league and to grow their own individual fan bases. But it's not guaranteed. You've got all these Indiana Fever fans, all the other teams in the league, besides all the games they get, against other teams. They are also going to get games against the Fever that are on TV, so that they're going to get those viewers, and it's up to the players now to seize the opportunity, and do something with it. Perform on the court in a way that gets fans to pay attention to you, in the way that gets fans to want to tune in to see you again. If you cannot do that, it is on you. It is not Caitlin Clark's fault. It is not the fans' fault. There is no obligation on me as a basketball fan to tune in and watch anyone play. You have to make it worth my while. I don't owe you anything. Owe you viewership of your games. I don't owe you me spending money on merch. I don't owe you me buying a ticket and go to a game. That is not how this works. You need to seize this opportunity because I'm going to see y'all play because I'm going to watch every FIFA game. And you need to seize that opportunity to say, hey, look at me. Look at what I can do. Look at how entertaining my game is, and then I'll like, hey, you know what? That's good enough. I want to watch this team, or I want to watch this player play again. Yeah, it is really that simple. You have the opportunity. You have to do something with it. It's not up to anyone else. No one else owes you a damn thing. You need to take the opportunity Caitlin Clark gave you, do something with it, turning it into something positive. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I just wanted to highlight that because, and I know she's been positive before, but especially, someone actually messaged me the other day with something like this. I've said many times, sorry about that. I hit the mute button. It's the only bad thing on this mic. Anyway, I've said many times that this season is actually going to be worse. It's not going to get better. And I've seen a lot of that to the point where I've had a couple people message me and say, hey, you know what? Yeah, you're right. These people are absolutely losing their minds. So it is good to see people like Lisa Leslie. And of course, we know Cheryl Miller, but also Rebecca Lobo being able to be consistent and talk objectively and give praise to Caitlin Clark and understand what the Caitlin Clark effect should do for the rest of the league. But you still see the nonsense. Rebecca Lobo, I saw her tweeted out the ratings, for the Caitlin Clark game and so forth, and people lost their minds as usual. She's always having to lock her comments whenever she does a Caitlin Clark tweet. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments below. What do you think about what Lisa said? And also, more importantly, what do you think about the league, or at least the sports media, if not the crazy, old guard fans? Are they going to grasp that this is a huge opportunity for the rest of the league, and that they're going to need to change up a little bit with their narrative? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, appreciate you checking out this video. Like, comment, and subscribe on our way to 12,000 before the first Fever game, May 17th. I'm going to leave it there. Go have the day you deserve. I will talk to you later.